Hey guys, who thinks that I can get this egg to go down inside of this glass bottle? This is a hard-boiled egg. It's larger than my glass bottle, and so I can't fit it down inside of there. Just doesn't make sense to me of how that would even be a possibility. What do you think? You think it can happen? Possibly? Well, in today's activity, we're going to be talking about the questions that we have that do not make sense, and how, even though it doesn't make sense in our mind, that God can make a way. So are you ready to see the egg go down inside the bottle? We're going to start by removing our flesh. So we've taken our hard-boiled egg that we had all of our questions on, and we're going to remove our flesh first. And then, after we remove our flesh, we're going to totally put our faith and our trust in the Lord. So we're going to take that egg and we are going to place it back on top, but we're going to use a piece of paper to represent Christ, and He is the light of the world. So we're going to set this paper on fire to represent the light of the world. And this is why you only need to do this experiment with someone that is an adult. So they're going to light the paper on fire. Once that paper is burning bright for the world to see, you're going to drop it down in your bottle and put your egg on top. And there we see. All things are possible with Him. And there we see. All things are possible with Him. And there we see. All things are possible with Him. And there we see. All things are possible. See? It's in there tight. In today's activity, you saw that all of our questions and worries that we have that just do not make sense and that we cannot answer ourselves, that we have to just trust and have faith. We have to trust in the Lord and have faith. You know, I can't explain to you how Jesus fed the 5,000. I cannot explain to you how He rose Lazarus from the dead. It makes no sense to me how He created everything by speaking it into existence. It makes no sense to my brain how He could calm the storm just by saying, "Peace, be still." There's lots of things in our life that just do not make sense. Like when people that we love get sick, or when things start to happen in our lives, moms and dads divorce, friends move away. There's things that we just do not have the answer to, that we question. In Matthew 17:20, it talks about us having the faith of a mustard seed. And a mustard seed is the tiniest seed that you can find. It is so tiny that if you were to drop it on the ground, you probably would not be able to find it if you dropped it on the ground. You wouldn't be able to look on the ground and find where it had fallen. And so there is a parable in the Bible, and it talks about the mustard seed, even though it is so small that when it's planted in the garden, it becomes one of the largest growing plants that's there, and it becomes a tree that has huge branches, and that birds will even come and find shade and shelter in the tree that came from that tiny mustard seed. And so when we have these questions and we do not understand, it's important for us to remember, as tiny as that little mustard seed is, if we can just have that much faith, that because you have so little faith, truly, I tell you, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will be moved, because nothing is impossible for you, and nothing is impossible for you if you have faith in the Lord. So I challenge you today to remember all of those questions that you have, the whys, the whens, the hows, the fear, the worry, that you'll give all of that to the Lord, and that even though it doesn't seem possible, that you will remember that everything is possible with God.